The first matchup we got here is a good matchup right out the gate. Atlanta at Chicago. Obviously, Green Bay and New Orleans already played. I couldn't make that. But Green Bay won 42-34. Yeah, so on to the other teams. So Atlanta plays Chicago. Now, Atlanta has one of the toughest defensive lines in football. And Chicago has Matt Forte, who basically keeps together their offense along with Jay Cutler and Johnny Knox. So that defensive line will be stuffing Matt Forte. If anybody who plays fantasy out there, if you have somebody like I have Marshawn Lynch, I'm going to start him over Matt Forte at San Francisco because San Francisco has a weaker defensive line. But that's not relevant right now. So that's one of the reasons I think Atlanta will win, and Atlanta's just a tough team to play. They're going to be in Chicago, which could be one of the toughest things for Atlanta, but I don't think it'll faze Atlanta too much. I say Atlanta wins this one 17-10. The next game, Cincinnati at Cleveland, pretty awful game. There's not much really to say. Neither have good offensive or defensive weapons. I mean, I guess Cleveland has Colt McCoy and Cincinnati has I don't even know. They have Leon Hall on defense, but that's the only person I can think of. So I'm gonna go with a low scoring game, 7-3 Cleveland. They're in Cleveland. I think Cleveland just gets the edge. Buffalo, Kansas City. This is an interesting matchup. And this is a matchup where both teams are decent. I definitely like the Chiefs better in this position, but Buffalo's a hard team to beat. They weren't that good on the road last year, which is one thing that it makes you think that hurts because they're playing in Kansas City. So, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. So, I do believe that Kansas City will pull the win off 13-10, only because Kansas City has a high-powered offense going. They've been upscale. They've played defense in the preseason, and I don't think Buffalo can hang with Kansas City. Next game, Philadelphia at St. Louis. Now, Philadelphia came in as the legendary team. They got 8 new defensive starters, which actually hurts them. The thing is you get all this hype in the season, but you really can't back it up. I mean, they only were 2-2 or 1-3 in the preseason or 3-1. It's just something they need to back up in the regular season. So, regardless, even though they're in St. Louis, and St. Louis Sam Bradford wants to prove a lot as a starter now, a full-time starter. Steven Jackson, he's going to come out there tearing it up. I got to say Philadelphia 31-24 over St. Louis. Now, here's my most intriguing matchup. Detroit at Tampa Bay. Not just because I'm from around the area of Metro Detroit, but I think the reason why is because Detroit wants to prove something to the city of Detroit. They want to prove that they can bring this team back, and they did that by drafting Titus Young, Michael LaShore, who's unfortunately hurt for the season, that kills, and Nick Fairley. Now, I didn't like the Nick Fairley pick. I thought their defensive line was stacked. I would have went with Prince Amukamara, who broke his foot, so it wasn't a bad pick for the Lions. Nick Fairley is questionable. He's doubtful. He most likely won't start tomorrow. So that's one thing that hurts the Lions. But in the end, I honestly believe that the Lions can pull this victory out of their ass. I think 27-24, the Lions will win it. Just beating Tampa Bay by a field goal at the end. The Lions definitely got a lot to prove this year. Next, Tennessee at Jacksonville. There's not really much to say about this game. Tennessee, obviously, with the recent signing or the extension of Chris Johnson, that really helps them. Jacksonville is now starting Luke McCown for sure. They dropped David Garrard. So I gotta go Jacksonville on this, 14-3 over Tennessee. It's a bold pick, but I think it'll come. I think that's how it'll end up. Now, here's the hardest pick: Pittsburgh at Baltimore. This is possibly one of the biggest games of the season for both teams. The best rivalry in the NFL, no doubt about it. And I really do believe that Pittsburgh and Baltimore, it's going to be a low-scoring game. They both have high-powered offenses, but when you look at their defenses are just stellar. They have two of the best defenses in the league, and it's just hard to choose. But in the end, I got to go Baltimore 20-14, getting the edge over Pittsburgh. I think Baltimore at home will bring a lot of attention to themselves, and they want to prove to their fans that they know what they're doing out there, that they can beat their rival, and that they can overcome the Steelers' high-powered offense and even the high-powered defense. Next is Indianapolis at Houston. Now, with the loss of Peyton Manning, Kerry Collins doesn't know that Indiana offense very well. I'm pretty sure the wide receivers won't be taking it very well. Anthony Gonzalez, what's his name? I'm sorry, guys. Reggie Wayne. I'm sure they won't be taking it very well to the point where neither Dallas Clark, that's like Manning's favorite target, to the point where they lost Peyton Manning. I don't think they'll like that very much. Kerry Collins doesn't know what he's doing that well, only played one preseason game. So I definitely got to say the Texans will come out on top. I'm going to have to say 28-10. 28-10 in this matchup. It's a bold pick, but the reason why is because with so much stuff going on in Indy, so much controversy and stuff, not controversy, but injuries, like it's hard to overcome. So, yeah. All right, so the next game we got is New York, the Giants, the New York Football Giants at the Washington Redskins. They're in Washington, and this is the game, the 9/11 game. This is one of the biggest games of the season. They scheduled this game on 9/11 to honor everybody who died in the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and I really do honor that. I do honor Roger Goodell and the NFL Players Association for doing that. That's really spectacular that they would do that, and I think that was a very smart move. I think that was one indication that we'll definitely be seeing football this year. But anyways, on to the actual prediction. New York they have such a high-powered offense right now. Usi Umenyora's out, though. One defensive killer. That could possibly hurt them. I don't see it hurting them too much. Washington's, they have Rex Grossman and what's his name, John Beck or whoever it is, and it's just they're not really I don't see Mike Shanahan giving this team very good coaching. I predict they'll actually go 5-11 throughout the whole season, so I definitely got to go with the Giants on this one. Seattle at San Francisco. Seattle 20-14. Oh, by the way, the Giants I was gonna say 31-14, and then Seattle, I got them winning. I don't even remember what I just said. Oh yeah, 2014. I think it's easy. San Francisco has a good secondary, but Seattle in the end will just come out on top, and I definitely think that it'll be easy enough for Seattle. Minnesota at San Diego. This is another easy pick. Minnesota picked up Donovan McNabb, which you would think it's really good. You got to think they lost Sidney Rice to Seattle, and that's one reason I picked Seattle. So I do believe that Minnesota is at a disadvantage. They still have one of, if not the best running back in the league, Adrian Peterson, behind Donovan McNabb, and I do think that'll play a factor. But San Diego 27-14 win. Carolina at Arizona, and here is my tough pick. Carolina and Arizona. I never thought this would be that tough. Carolina, Cam Newton's just coming in. He learned the offense. He didn't do very well in the preseason until that last game. He doesn't have very many wide-out targets except for Steve Smith. Carolina has a decent secondary, but definitely not one that you'd want to say, oh, they're for sure going to win. And that's why I'm saying this is my upset pick of the week. Arizona over Carolina, 20-13. I know it's bold, and I know it's possibly a bad pick, but I see Kevin Kolb going out, showing that he's one of the best. He's one of the premier quarterbacks in that division, I guess you could say, because that division's pretty bad out there, and Jesus, Arizona. So Dallas at New York, tough, definitely. But I gotta go New York. I gotta give him the edge. And I'm sorry, guys, I can't explain very much. I realize this is 11 minutes long already. But I gotta give New York the edge. Definitely 28-21 win. Or 28-24, I'm sorry, that's what I have written down here, 28-24. Just New York, they're a tough team to stop. Plaxico Burress is a great addition to the squad. Mark Sanchez, he comes out and proves every year why he's an elite NFL quarterback, or at least why he should be going to the Pro Bowl in a couple years, or even this year. And I think that Mark Sanchez is one of the premier quarterbacks in the league, a young guy who knows what he's doing. He knows the Jets' offense. Plaxico has really stepped up. They got Derek Mason from Baltimore. They lost Jericho Cotchery, but when you look at the numbers, Derek Mason was a big upside. He had about 150 more yards than Jericho Cotchery, and he had more receptions and yards per catch. So I definitely got to go with the Jets. New England at Miami. Here is another upset pick. I'm going Miami 27-24 for one simple reason. The one simple reason is Henne to Marshall. Marshall and Henne have, I wouldn't say the best chemistry as a wide receiver quarterback duo, but definitely would have to go with the Miami. And it's a tough pick to make, but Miami has beat the Patriots the last couple of years a few times, and I just think in Miami, I think it'll be hard for the Patriots to go in there and win. I'm not saying the Patriots are not a good team. I think they'll end up 13-3, go to the playoffs like they usually do. I definitely think they'll end up really good, but I think one of those 3 losses will be to Miami. And just 27-24, Miami takes the victory. Oakland at Denver, I don't even really need to explain this. Denver's got it. That's all I have to say. Denver's got the game 14-10. Neither team is very good. I can't really make a prediction for that. And those are the 2 Monday night games. So, guys, this was a 13-minute and 30-second commentary. That means it's going to take about 6 hours to render and about 9 hours to upload. If you guys would please like the video for my hard work, I really put a lot of effort into this video. You guys don't understand how much time it takes me to do this. This is my 5th try commentating this fully. I got to 9 minutes last time and I fucked it up. Then I got to 13 minutes at one point and fucked it up. Fucked the whole thing up. And it's hard. Can you guys please leave a like for me? It'll really help me out a lot, help my channel grow. Show it to your friends if they like football. And yeah, just thanks for helping out, guys. I really love you guys as subscribers. And thanks for watching my videos. Again, if you guys could please click that like button. I'm sorry for whoring it out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is a long-ass video, and I should probably cut it short right now. And this was one of my commentaries where I didn't say all a lot. Like, I realize I'm saying it now. But these NFL commentaries, I realize I did not say as much as I do in my Call of Duty commentaries. So if you guys could, if you guys could give a like for that, that'll be really, oh my god, it's such a habit. That would be really greatly appreciated. I gotta go before I run out of time. Peace out, guys.